So here we are at the start of stage 5. We're going to begin the race in about 45 minutes. Stage 5, I believe, is the hardest of all of the stages in all of the BTU races. It's 92K today. We're going to have 8 checkpoints. We also offer a short course option today. So for the runners that can't make it through the entire 92K on time, there's a short course where they can make it to 70K and then finish there. It's going to be a really, really great day. I feel like this particular stage is kind of a mix of everything we've done so far in stages 1 through 4. So it's got a little bit of everything. We start with sand, you run up a little sand dune, then it starts to kind of change to more dirt and rocky terrain. There's some absolutely beautiful sights today. Hyena Rock and Hyena's Den is where checkpoint 7 is. That's an absolutely beautiful spot. We run by a crater today, which is really, really beautiful. It kind of feels like you're on Mars at some points, but it's going to be a very difficult day. We're starting at 4 in the morning, so they're going to have a few hours to run before the sun comes up, but it's going to be a long day in the heat, but also a beautiful day, and I can't wait to see the runners at the finish line.
It is the final stage and we start very early in the morning. I actually feel ready, but we start in the sand again and I just don't have the energy, and like all the others are running past me. I think I'm in the like mid-field or something. So it's really tough just to get to the first checkpoint, which is on a sand dune and it's not that far in. I'm just not feeling it, and my head starts to mess with me. Like, I'm just 10 kilometers in the race, in the final stage, out of 92 kilometers, and that messes my head up. Like, I think it's tough now. How can I do the rest?
It's tough. It's so much sand and soft terrain this morning, sucking all the energy out. But I'm good. Legs aren't brain off, right? I'm still smiling.
Good job.
That is the main thing.
I do not remember this much sand.
No, the roads are worse, the guys have been saying.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yes,
It's not your memory, the roads are bad.
Hey, Christian!
How far into the next?
11K.
Vil du din pendelampe af?
Yeah, in the back. Can you put my cap here?
Hey.
Christian. Hey.
So it's hard for me to get out of that negative mindset, and you know, I just start to think of my family, like my 2 sisters. And I do that for the next 20-25 kilometers, which, you know, gets me through the kilometers.
So I've been quite emotional the last, honestly, since we started. Some shit terrain, much more sand than 2018, but been thinking a lot about my sisters. Especially the young one, Laura. She's 17. She's living with me, and last year she went through a very hard time. But she got through it. So when the sand is almost too hard to run in, I think of her, and I think of the battles she went through. I think my sisters would be a lot on my mind today. How far are they ahead?
Jack, han er 20 minutes ahead. And Bernard is, yeah, maybe 5. Yeah, Jack is flying a little bit.
Yep.
And now the sun will kick in. Vil du have dine solbriller?
Nej tak.
Den her. Om cirka 600 meter, så stopper sandet til det.
And I also slowly start to overtake the other participants, and that always gives you some sort of energy.
Tough race.
How far ahead are Christian and Simon?
Simon is pretty far ahead.
Oh, thank you. Doing good.
Bye. Thank you. Yeah, not again.
Kan jeg sætte det?
Ja, du kan.
Ja, kan man sætte det der hovedet også? Oven på hovedet også. How far to the next checkpoint? 10?
Der er nærmest 10 til dem alle sammen hele dagen i dag.
How are you feeling, Simon?
Very good, thank you. You okay?
Thank you.
Bernard er ikke så langt foran dig. Hvad har du nu?
Like checkpoint 4, I overtake Simon, and Millie tells me that Bernard is not far away, so I just drop all the emotional thinking and set my mind to, I need to get Bernard.
So right now we are following Christina right behind her in between checkpoint number 4 and checkpoint number 5, which means she's halfway through this day. She's doing very good. Right now she have a goal. This is a tough part of the race because you've been running, the sun is coming out, but the goal is right now she can see Bernard, and she's number 3 in the race right now. Bernard is right in front of her, and she really wants to get next to him so they can go together. Not that they will still be racing, but if you are following each other a little bit, you're also helping. So that's why she's running as she's running right now. I really hope she'll catch him.
and I know Jack is far ahead, and I actually also know maybe I can't get him by myself, but me and Bernard, we had like a, how do you say that? We had a very good connection. So I was very determined to get Bernard. And I got him. It took me a while. I could see him like far beyond, but I managed to get to him. And he was in trouble. He was walking. And I think he just wanted to let me pass, but I wanted to have him with me. So I just remember I reached out for his hand. And I think first he said no, but I almost like dragged him. And then we ran along together. So we made each other stronger. And our like cooperation was magical. So amazing to run with him.
Yeah. Alright, Bernard, I'll walk for a bit.
Stille derovre for lige vand.
Yeah. He's coming.
He was tired, but we were still helping each other. But it also came to a point before checkpoint 6 where I had to leave him, and I think he said, "You know what, Christina, just go. I can't keep up." So I went to checkpoint 6, and well, just before CP6, I get the message that I am in the overall lead, and I feel kind of strong. So I make a strategy that from 60 to 70k, I should just go full gas. I should run as fast as I could, because then Jack will get the message that I'm running really well and I'm, getting a wider gap on him, and maybe that will, kill his hope to win the race. So I did that. So for the next 10 kilometers, I ran really well. I put music in my ears, and I was listening to Rammstein and the Danish band Volbeat, and I loved it. I fell over one time, and I was so keen to move on that I lost my bottle. Anyway, I reached checkpoint 7 by Hyena Rock, and I could see like Millie, my friend, came towards me, and she said, the math was wrong. I was actually not in the lead. I was 10 minutes behind.
I thought it was safe. I just gave my everything.
Yeah, you're crushing, Christina. Keep doing what you're doing.
So he's 10 minutes ahead on the overall win.
Oh, about that, yeah. Right around 10 minutes. Still 22k left, though.
And remember, he's a rookie. He's still going to make plenty of mistakes. Still plenty of
Then I
options.
caught the floor.
Do you want anything dunked? Do you want any buff dunked, your hat? Or are you going to get going?
Thank you.
Christina, this way.
This way, Christina.
Go out, follow the flag, stay to the right.
Stick to the road now.
Yep.
Well done, Christina! Watch it!
I have made a huge mistake, and it's my fault alone, because I have been calculating on so many numbers to figure out time and everything. And even though Christina is running to take the woman record, then I was calculating. So I told her today that she was 1 hour and 2 minutes in front of number 2, which was not right. So I have got 2 runners mixed up with the times, which means that she was never 1 hour and 2 minutes in front. She was 24 minutes. That's like, I'm so frustrated because she was not going to run for that record, or she was not going to run to win the race. She was going to run to have the record. But then when I told her, she started to put it in her mindset, and now she just told me like, fuck, I had it in my head that I was taking that one too, which I totally understand. So that's a big mistake, but now I'll just cross my fingers because she did that. She's actually only 6 minutes behind the guy that's leading now. And this one is right. So if she catch up with 6 minutes, she will win the race, and she will definitely take the record because she's beyond that one. But yeah. Oh. Yeah. I'm a bad friend. Ej, jeg har det så skidt med det. Altså sådan ægte skidt. Det er virkelig en stor fejl. Det er derfor, jeg er kunstner, ikke matematiker. But I triple checked the other one now. So I know that before she started today, she had been running for 19 hours and 11 minutes. So that one, the real record, that was right. At least something I did was right.
That was a hard message because I just left everything out there and I thought, shit. And I came into the checkpoint with all these friendly people and the medical crew, and I asked for a place to sit down, and they did not have a chair, and I felt like crying. So I was so frustrated that I almost cried because they didn't have a chair for me. I was trying to absorb that the strategy I put out there was based on the wrong facts. And now I had to run even faster to get Jack. I couldn't see I was able to do that. And I was told I was 10 minutes behind Jack. So I really had to pick up some speed for the last 22 kilometers. I didn't have it in me. I was not able to find the winner instinct. And I'm not sure why. I was exhausted, physically and mentally. I was not able to find any mental strategy to make me believe I could win the race. And here after the race, I think about it. Felt like I was giving up, and well, I think a few kilometers after checkpoint 7, I saw some red flags and some white cars in the distance, and I immediately thought it was an extra checkpoint because, no people are in the desert. It's so remote.
Er der et checkpoint her?
De snakker om, at de måske lavede nogle hjælpe.
Ja.
Men jeg tror ikke, det er et checkpoint.
Jeg er lige tomt af alt mit vand.
Jeg tror, det er en, der hygger.
Nej, jeg er lige tomt af alt mit vand.
Jo.
Is it a checkpoint? Is it a checkpoint? No? Okay, I think you are confusing the runners. Sorry. Jeg slår lige tomt af alt mit vand.
So what I usually do is I take my water and I pour it over myself to cool down. And I did the exact same. And only to realize it was not a checkpoint. It was just some random tourist. So I just lost all my water. Again, really hard to work with that fact in your head that I had to run 5-6 kilometers to the last checkpoint with no water. I really want to say what I was thinking, but I just wanted to survive. And I kind of said to myself, okay, Christina, you have a female record. That was what you came for. You will achieve that, even though you're just walking. But I gave up on the overall win.
Can you put this one in one of them?
Ja, rækker den der. Skal der noget andet i de andre? Okay.
I'm just... It feels like I've been running 80 kilometers.
Do you want your hat dunked?
Sorry, I'm down.
This is a tough race, Jenny.
Yeah. You're doing good.
Yeah, you're incredibly strong.
Yeah, you are.
This is by far the...
Just remember when
I did a lot of stupid shit, but this is the most stupid thing.
So this is what you wanted, isn't it?
Exactly.
You've got everything you wanted.
When you have done it, you don't have to do it again. You know that? I don't think no one will be able to cut that one. Take it
No,
from me.
that reminds me.
Here, if you want to.
Oh, I don't feel like anything.
Yeah,
12k.
to the planet.
Okay, to the Coca-Cola.
Okay.
Yeah! You might be met by a surprise.
Pizza?
It's better than pizza, trust me.
Sunglasses.
I think the last good thing I remember about stage 5 was the race director Adam Kimball came towards me, and he ran like the last 5 kilometers, I think, with me. I almost felt embarrassed.
Look, you can see the flags. See them?
Du er sej, Christina.
To reach that final finish line. Oh my god. 255 kilometers in the desert, in the heat, in the sand. And then from one point to another, it's just over.
Oh my god. Can someone take my bag?
I got you back. Once you stand up, I want a hug from you too. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Sugar.
You crushed it. Crushed it.
I need to sit down.
For den her side.
Yeah.
Du gjorde det. Du gjorde det. Du er så god.
Where's my Coke?
I'm gonna grab it for you right now. BRB.
Jeg har set til dig, du kunne gå 2. Fucking gjorde det.
Ja, under 12 timer.
Ja, det gjorde.
On the sub 12 hours, I'll save it now. Oh my god.
Yeah, you
Yes.
destroyed your own record and you destroyed the other record. Like, yours. Don't worry.
What a race. It's incredible how many crises and tough moments you go through during these multi-stage races. And somehow when you reach the finish line, you forget it. You're like proud you overcame all of this. You're overwhelmed because you had so many impressions, nature, people. It's just really extreme. And it just takes you a few hours before you're thinking, what's next?